excited to come to you about my own personal experience about child advocating. And I might have talked to you guys about this before in other uh, videos I did, but I did child advocating for children for 2 year, a little over 2 years now. I want to go through that and talk about my experience, and I want to also bring awareness and importance of that position, or how you can help that child. Um, so we're stated here in Houston, Texas, and going through the process of becoming a child advocate. It did take some time, commitment of entering that process and being sworn in, uh, be a child advocate for the city of Houston. As I can't go through give out names and different other things, I'll give out as much as I can about the experience and about the importance of it. So of course, you apply online, and you would go through a lot of online classes, and uh, you do meetings and stuff through the agency that you're going through to become a child advocate. And at the end of your time of training and online classes and your in-person meetings and interviews, you eventually you'll get sworn in by a judge through the city of Houston, or through the city of wherever you may be. But I had the opportunity to um, be with three different children, and while I was advocating, and it's a time that you can really get to know the system, the adoption system, the foster system, and as far as CPS being involved, the judge being involved, the foster families being involved. There's so much that takes in. Even the child themselves have their legal team. So much goes into that one child. Um, they got a lot of different services that can help that child, such as like a service, different organizations, foundations that can help this child. And I believe when you have an active team for this child, that it really speaks volume to that child. That, wow, there's a lot of people on my team. There's a lot of people siding with me. Depending on where that child's history or background, what they've been through, and each child is very different. Some children are from parents that have been in drug issues, or aggravated assault, murder, all different types of backgrounds that this child has come from. And just as each child has come from this different background, they need to be treated appropriately. And so you have all these different teams and organizations helping this child out. And so as the child gets older, of course, they age out. And we talked about the aging out part um, of this child, that we want to prepare them for life and prepare them to be successful. It's really a great encouraging moment when you hear that child wants to become a family counselor when they age out, or that's what they want to go to school for. They want to give back to the quote unquote system. Um, and being a child advocate, you are literally there to advocate for that child and what that child needs, and it's to really find out what that child needs. You'll need to talk to them, interact with them, be involved with their life, and what they want. Um, in certain cases, I've gone against CPS, the legal team, and other organizations that didn't think this was best for this child, and I brought that in front of the judge for the judge to hear me, what I had to say, to advocate for these children. And so it's okay to not agree with it, with the system as far as being a child advocate. It's okay not to go with the flow. And so I think that's important for that child that is in a foster home, that you are there telling that child you are for them, you are there to advocate for that child. Um, so truly be that for that child, what they need and what they want, what they're looking for. Um, really, you are the voice of that child, which is a very something that I took very serious. I take it serious today. Um, that you're there to help that child, be a voice for that child. Um, and so at that point, when that child comes to you, you know, some things people are like, oh, that's not that serious that child wants out of. But we don't know what is a moment for that child. So, one of the kids was like, "Oh man, I really want a bike, you know, a bicycle or something like that." We're like, "Oh man, that's just a bike, you know, that's just a luxury, or not every kid has a bike or something like that." We don't know. Maybe that child riding that bike, maybe that situation calms that child down. Maybe they're like, "Oh, when I get on my bike and I just pedal and I bike or whatever like that, that calms me down and it puts me in a better place." So I don't think nothing is too small for you to hear that child as you're advocating for that child. And so that's why I always, at the end of my podcast, I always say, don't be a stranger to a child in need. And that's something I take really personal as I experience child advocating. Um, Also, you know, I'm not able to do that anymore just because we are entering into becoming a foster family. And you're not able to do that. You're not able to do both. So a person may want to know, well, why are you not? Why did you stop? And that's the reason I'm not able to child advocate anymore, because as you enter into foster home, becoming a foster home, you just can't do both. And um, so that's why I'm not no longer doing it. So we're entering into foster homes. And so always when you go child advocating for this child, be professional. I know it can be, you can take things personal sometimes. Sometimes it can be a personal issue to you. But always come bringing up professionalism for that child. Again, you are representing that child's voice to the judge and to the system, and to the ones around them. Um, And again, I just spoke about this briefly, and I'm going to say it again just because it's so important and because I experienced this when I was child advocating for this child. And you absolutely do not be afraid or worried that, oh, my opinion is not going to match what uh, the CPS uh, mindset is, or the lawyer's standpoint is, or even the foster home standpoint, because you may pick up different things that, you know, that brought your attention while you were visiting the child in that foster home. That could be like, well, that's concerning to me, or that, you know, and be like, oh, I don't want to say that because it might get this person in trouble, or, you know, might bring awareness to this or that. And again, you're the voice of that child, so it's important that you bring them things to attention, to the judge and to the CPS and to the legal team, that, hey, you know, I noticed this, and maybe we should, something that we should look into and see why this and why that happened, or why this isn't happening. And I believe that this would be a very building block for the youth and for the child and foster team to remember that somebody was with them when everybody else left them, or everybody else is against them. You are the person to not only befriend them, to also encourage them, to give them advice, and to be their voice when they're going against all odds. Because again, not every foster kid and adopted kid is in a bad situation. They were just put in a bad situation, and so we're there to help them be successful and succeed in life, and to give back to the community. You never know that when you're that child advocate and they turn around and they want to become a family counselor, and they turn around and give back to their community and a career. That's just the small things that you give back to these kids that can change your life for forever, and they can build, literally they can build their career off of you and of what you said to them and what you did for them, and how you advocated for them. It can just literally dynamically change your life. So with that, I just want to encourage all you guys to look into volunteering for the foster kids. I'm sure there's different many organizations out there that you can look up. You can find a volunteer spot, give back to the youth, give back to the community. Remember, these young people are the ones that are going to be leading our country down the road years to come. So it's going to definitely it's going to affect us down the road anyway. So let's give back to the youth so they can give back to the community and give back to other families. And with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed today. Today was some insight for you guys. And again, don't be a stranger to a child in need. Thank you. I can't outrun your